Was another church using it when you bought it?
There was a Baptist church that was using it, yeah.
Okay. And I was told they bought it from the Church of God.
I'm not sure.
The Victory Church of God here in town, that pastor Parker, I think, he said he's been pastor 25 years, and he pastored the first 5 years in this building until they built their new building. Because I spoke to him on the phone a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm not really sure, so.
So I guess they sold it to the Baptist Church, who sold it to you guys.
Us then.
Yeah.
Okay, what was their first original church?
Yeah, here was the original church building when it was over in Elton, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah, it started out as a Methodist church in 1908.
Oh, wow.
So that was the original building. And then here is, this just amazes me that they would move this building 80 miles.
Wow.
So here they are moving your building.
Interesting.
Here's the guys in the church having a groundbreaking. I thought it was interesting. They didn't hold their groundbreaking ceremony until a couple months after the church building arrived.
Oh, okay.
I guess they wanted to make sure it made it all in one piece. This Reverend Steve Porter, he founded a church down in Kentucky, and a lot of Kentucky people were moving to Wisconsin around the turn of the century, and so they decided to start this Methodist church there, and they asked Steve Porter if he would be their first pastor.
Oh, really? That's very nice, because when we bought the place, we didn't know much about it, history-wise or anything, too. So, and we kind of tried looking back into, searching, building back in Wisconsin, Green Bay here, history-wise, and we didn't really find a lot, but we didn't realize that it was moved here, so. Oh, very nice to know. Okay.
Well, the way I heard about it a few years ago, an older gentleman 80 miles away near Anago, he told me that the building had been moved, and he was here for a service. His nephew was had a music group, and they were here when it was a Church of God. But he couldn't remember where it was and didn't remember the details. But just a few weeks ago, I got in contact with his nephew who was here, and he called the pastor of the Church of God, and that's who told us, yeah, I was pastor at this building when it was a Church of God, and now he's over at Victory Church of God.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, come on in. So as you can see, there's not a lot of our church members who just park along the side of the street here, because there's really no room for parking. So we're doing it's decent for us.
And you've been here about 10 years?
10 years, yeah. So did they end up having to do a whole new foundation?
Yeah, I think of course they added the basement, and according to the paper, they took the roof off. To move it, and totally rebuilt the roof when they got it here, and that just seems like so much work moving this building.
Yeah. So, do you know which part is just the original, like this?
Well, I would assume the 4 windows here that matches what's in the picture. So I would assume, is your basement just under that main part?
Yes, that is correct.
And one article said it was 25 by 40, the building that they moved, 25 feet by 40 feet.
Okay, so I wonder if, because the back end there are mainly our stage.
Okay.
So I wonder if they just added that on then.
Surely that was added.
Yeah.
Is this the foyer?
This is the little foyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that must be added.
I wonder, because in the picture they're kind of small. I'm like, oh, it's a little bigger. So they must have added, so. Come on in.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I wonder if this whole area here is just going to be.
Yeah. I would assume this part with the windows is what they moved.
I don't know about the seating though, because I know when we got it, they had the original benches.
Oh, they did?
I would say they've been.
Did you hear that when it had?
That's what we were told. They always had it there. So, and then over long term, they were pretty much worn out.
Yeah.
The plastic was ripping apart.
Were they old wooden pews?
Yes, they were pews. Yes.
So those were probably the original.
I wonder if they were. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
And then, they were getting a little quite worn out and everything. So I'm like, oh, maybe end up changing. So we got chairs instead.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I bet they were, well, they've been close to 100 years old, if they were the originals.
Could be, because when you set it, it kind of rocked back and forth. You're like, I don't know if it's going to be safe for anyone else to come and sit on it. So, yeah, so this is pretty much it. And then I wonder if this is all new too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so surely this wall right here is the original part of the building.
Yeah.
If those people could see it today.
Yeah. Wow. So this is,
This is the stage.
yeah.
I don't know if this is built on then after, because when we were here, they had it here already.
Yeah, it must be, I guess in 1908 they probably didn't have all that stuff.
Probably not.
Really not.
Probably. So they were probably just right here, maybe they had a piano.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Is the basement finished? What do you-
Yes, you can go down there.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely.
what do you have, classrooms down there?
Well, yeah, because it's kind of tight, so we have some class here and there. So it's all tight, but we manage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a foyer. I see in the original picture, it looked like they had some type of foyer bell tower, and obviously they didn't try to move that. I assume they didn't try to move that. This is totally different.
Yeah, so when we bought it, yeah, this is pretty much about it. All we do is repaint, pretty much, put in the new lighting. Before they had big bulbs of light that hung down, and they weren't really bright enough, so then we put those in, but, yeah.
How, did those fixtures look old, like
No,
original?
no,
Okay.
those are pretty modern, but they weren't really bright. So.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know about these doors, so I don't know if they're like original or not, but, yeah. So down here.
It's really in nice shape.
Yeah, it's actually,
Oh, is this underneath your
the
stage
stage,
area?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this room's under the platform, and then you have restrooms and is there any unfinished floor joist area here? Everything's drywalled and
Yeah, pretty much everything's drywalled.
okay. So you can't see the original
No.
structure
No,
underneath.
Classroom setting when they moved the building here, or what did they set it up as?
I don't know. According to that article, it said they moved the building here. Then they had the groundbreaking or the ceremony where they were gonna, put in the basement and set the building on top of it.
Oh, okay, but they didn't really specify. Because when we bought it, pretty much this is kind of like their little cafeteria. They had a classroom back there, and this is kind of pretty much all open. And then they had the kitchen, but we did end up tearing out a lot of their older cabinets and sinks, so we did put in new ones.
Okay, yeah, that looks very nice. Well, I saw your Facebook page. It looked like there was a lot of youth at some event.
Mm-hmm. We have quite a few, too. Yep, and young adults. So
Uh-huh.
we're growing gradually, so sure, definitely.
And you say you have about 22 families
Yep.
in the church. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So you didn't know any of the history. You just knew the
No.
Baptist Church had owned it. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
We originated from China, and then we migrated to Laos, and then we mainly live in the mountains.
Okay.
So we really basically don't have a home country. We kind of immigrate as we go, and then in the early 1960s, we partner up with the Secret War. I don't know if you guys heard of that. The Secret War, the guerrillas with.
Before the U.S. was officially in Vietnam?
Yes, that is
Okay.
correct. So that's how we kind of came about, and we were kind of like the hush-hush people, and
Huh.
so yeah. So a lot of our men were part of the Air Force that helped deliver a lot of supplies, food. And then once the United States got involved with the Vietnam War, then they used a lot of the Hmong soldiers to rescue down pilots, a lot of American soldiers.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's very interesting. So
So is there a community of those people here?
yes.
Okay.
Yep. Wisconsin, Minnesota, California are the biggest state that has the most Hmong population. So, but Green Bay is pretty decent. We have a good sized population of Hmong people here too.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So our goal is to eventually pull them away from doing like our shaman. That's their religion. We believe in shaman, which is more spiritual side of the world. So we're trying to pull them through into Christianity. So yeah. So we're working in our community too. So you know.
Okay.